This exotic recipe that is an ode to summer begins with two different bouillons. This first one is a vegetable bouillon that I made earlier. Raid your fridge and see what you need to use up that's vegetable matter, and that's what you come out with. The second bouillon is the exotic one, and this one begins with some water, and then that is a poireau, a leek. I had trouble remembering what it is in English. A poireau. And then with that I have citronnelle. Now what the heck is that? That is, let me think here for a minute, lemongrass. So you put that in, and then you add lime zest, and lemon zest. A pinch of piment d'Espelette, or hot pepper, whichever you have. I put in a few hibiscus petals, and then a rose geranium. And then this just needs to boil for a bit and infuse. It steeps for a good long while. The recipe continues with the first bouillon, the one with vegetable stock. And I'm going to poach some little melon balls. They're not melon balls, they're a squash. And you can use butternut. Those are harder to cut. I use acorn squash because I like the flavor of them. So I made some little, well, I used a melon baller to do it. And so we'll poach those. This is a brunoise of the same acorn squash with a little butter, so I'm going to saute that. I'm now going to add just a touch of honey to this. And also some bee pollen. That gives a little bit of crunch, and it's a sweet little crunch that will go well with this. Alright, that's done. This is our vegetable bouillon one last time. I'm recycling it. And in goes a lobster tail. So we'll poach that and then put this dish together. Now we come to the fun part, which is the dressage, making this beautiful creation. You see I have a mold here. I find it just makes it easier. So I'm going to put the brunoise right down on the bottom. Next we'll put in our little balls of acorn squash. Then I'm going to put our lobster in, curling it over here. I have a few tagliatelle of celery, which will go very well with this, so they can kind of curl around there. And I have some edible flowers that I got from an importer from France. They can be sprinkled. They're very aromatic. It's very sweet smelling. Around like that. Here's that first bouillon that we made. Maybe we'll put a blue flower on it for a change. And there you have it. That is a beautiful ode to summer. With this, you might want to try a nice rosé. I have found that Château from Washington State is a moderately priced wine that really are quite good quality for your everyday drinking. And in hot weather like this, that would be lovely.